Okay. Where it says move elevator inside the in when we press this button, right? So when we press this move elevator button, whatever the caption says, I really don't care much. But internally, I'm already switching to the idea of animation, right? Basically, animate this, right? I want to animate the whole scene. I want to make sure that we have some kind of simulation of movement in this system. So I will switch over to the idea of animate, and we'll rename over here this method. Instead of saying move elevator, say animate, right? Just animate the whole scene and let me see what's going on. Okay. All right, so this is fine. So this time we will, we have to do a number of things, right? First of all, yes, we need to update our business model, and we need to perhaps this time in a loop of some sort. We need to update each single elevator and say you need to move because we want to animate everything. We'll just keep you moving up and down, and you already know that it's programmed to kind of be silly enough to change the direction. Okay, and then we want to display everything, right? So we need to essentially update the business model and update the view. Okay, so you know what? Instead of building this fancy loop or something, right now I will just hard code everything to say I'll move the first elevator and move the second elevator. I'm not going to create any loops. I'm just going to hard code it, right? As if I was preparing for some kind of audience presentation where I'll just be showing those simple things and don't go into any details how I'm trying to simulate this, right? So it's very easy for me to go elevator bank. You have two of the elevators. We have the get elevator method inside the elevator bank, and we can just simply see that the get elevator simply says, all right, we have this collection of elevators, right? And this is array list. Array list obviously has the get method. The get method just takes the sequence number and returns the object back, right? So this call to get elevator returns reference to a specific elevator object, and we know that we can move both of them, right? And then this is where it gets interesting because we want to update the view. And in update the view, we have this text area, right? So right now this is a text area, and we would like to use this text area to display the movements of elevators. So let's see. What I can do is, instead of doing something for this mock-up type of stuff, right, I can create some sort of display grid, something like that, right? So display grid is simply like a string, but because I will be updating this display grid dynamically, most likely I will use a string builder. String builder, as you know, is the sort of like a dynamic string that you can use in Java, because regular string is static and cannot change once created. But I want to build up some string, and I think string builder is a good candidate for this. And this will be my display grid. Okay, so this will be my display grid. I will just simply create it as new string builder, right? New string builder, and just use the default constructor to create an empty string right now. Okay. So display grid, I think, has to be converted to string before it can be passed to the text to string like this, right? So we convert string builder to string. So that's something we need to do before we can send text. Set text in the text area. And so the challenge now, so the elevators now are moving, right? So let's just do a quick check of the movements of the elevators very quickly, and that would be what? We can say display grid dot append, right? And we can append the first elevator, which is this guy right here, right? Append, and show what floor you're on. And again, this is, this will be, we'll say get floor, right? Which is an integer. So we can, that string builder has append methods. Actually, it may not have append methods. Append method for an integer. We'll see. We'll find out right now. It seems to have it, right? So then we will also append basically a space, just a space character, and then we will append the second elevator floor, right? So right now there will be nothing fancy. What I hope to be showing inside this text area is simply the floor number for the first elevator and the floor number for the second elevator. Let's see what this behavior gives us, right? So again, just building this display text, which will include the position of the first elevator because we have a way to get to the floor, and the position of the second elevator. You should begin to realize how convenient the string builder may be in your programming compared to string, because it has all kinds of ways to manipulate text, and it's just kind of nice. So I'm anxious to try everything. So let's hope that it all is happy. Let me essentially make sure that we can clean and build. Okay, so that tells me deleting directory, and what is that?